Did I even take a picture? I don't know. Hi, guys. Quick hello. Go ahead. Come on in. I got to set up my chat anyway. Oh my God, I'm so blind. Hello, Amy. Hello, Lucas. I need to, oh boy. I can't see. There we go. You're too far away. Hi, guys. Andy Robinson just started your downtown video. Well, I hope I don't bum you out, or maybe I don't know. It's a what do you call it? Bittersweet video. DiGiorno. Guys, the cord ain't going anywhere. I'm sorry. The cord. It's like my alter ego. It's like this is Jiminy Cricket back here, not alter ego, my conscience or whatever. Let the cord be your conscience. I'm gonna try to straighten that out. It is a thing. Yeah, you're right. It is a thing. Paint the cord like a candy cane. No, but I do have to get a Christmas tree for the set. I mean, I think the cord's name is obviously Cordy, right? How could it be anything but Cordy? Thank you very much to Gordon Farmer for the buck. Aaron Chavez, it was hard to watch, but so fun too. However, I blame baby hormones. Everything makes me cry. Legit cry taking down Halloween and getting ready for Christmas. Liz has been hard at work in the house today. Transforming the house from Halloween to Christmas. Okay, so there's a few people here. We can get started. Disney. Disney wants to own everything, including my cord, which I did just sell to Disney for $4 billion. Yeah, there's more layoffs coming, I'm sure. They haven't gotten to all 28,000 yet, that's for sure. All right, so now that we're into the fall season, and I got a few weeks before it's Christmas, the next project I'm working on for Fresh Baked is a Christmas video, kind of a history. I did a little bit something like this in the past. I did a Christmas history video a couple years ago. It was kind of, half-assed, not my best work, and then I did a little bit of it last year. I recall. They just bought the cord, Laramie. Good heavens. But I want to do a really proper video for the history of Disney or Christmas at Disneyland. And I thought I would ask you guys if you have any a mashup of all my favorite Christmas moments. Well, we could get into that. We could certainly get into that. What it is about Christmas that makes us happy. That's for sure. I can include something like that. But I want to hear some of your stories, some of your inputs. Anybody here old? Is there anybody here as old as me? Diane, we got a few hands raised. Old people. 40, no, 40's not old. I'm sorry. 40's not old. I'm going to start at 50. I'm going to start at 50. Yeah, old-ish at least. I want to hear what was Christmas like for you like a long time ago. Like, how is it different back then than today? As a matter of fact, oh, I don't have it. Yeah, so I want to hear from you guys on some of your Christmas memories, not recent ones, but maybe older ones. Kirsten Livermore, you can't play. I'm sorry, you're 23, you can't play, but I tease. 1 foot in the grave, according to my girlfriend. That's funny. Yeah, true that, Laramie. That's the definition of old, then I'm old, old, old. I lose my balance almost every time I get out of bed in the morning because I can't get my feet straight. I'm like a foundling, just having just been born from a little. What do they call them? Or a deer, a baby deer? Is that a foundling? A fawn. There you go. What is a foundling? Where did I get that word? That's me when I get up in the morning. I'm like a fawn, trying to get my balance. Diane Houston, the catalog, checking out all the toys, circling all the ones. I'm doing a video on that, actually, Diane. That is going to be our next production. Apart from our usual stuff, our next production on Royal Dorks is a very polished history of that book, the Wish book from Sears. Sarah Bethay, gift of $10. Thank you very much, Sarah. She said, we have never been to Disneyland during the Christmas season. This year was going to be our first trip. Oh, oh, that hit me right here, man. Edward Waymack, 65. What do you want to know? I want to know, Edward, what Disneyland was like for you at Christmas when you were young. Okay. Oh, that's right. A foundling is an abandoned. Yeah, that's right. That's where I heard that was when in the Mandalorian, Mondo is a foundling. That's right. That's where I heard that. Much more subdued, he says. Okay, so Edward, was this before or after the partner statue at the hub? Did they have the partner statue when you went to Christmas back in the day? Allie Bramwell, my mom was born the same month Disney opened and has been going her whole life. Can I have her email you? She doesn't understand live streaming. Yes, actually, that would be preferred. It would be much easier to archive the responses if, have her email, david@freshbakedisney.com. Or if you want to email me or whomever. Okay, so Edward says there was no partner statue when he went. So what did they have there? What did they have? Did they put I'm trying to recall. I know I've done a bit on this, and now I can't remember. I know that they had like a gazebo there, perhaps. They did something. Or no, it was a bunch of little trees, wasn't it? It was a bunch of Christmas trees. Edward, refresh my memory. Was it a bunch of Christmas trees at the hub prior to the partner statue? Was it a Christmas tree though? Yes, Trevor, I have already bought my Taste of Merry Farm ticket. Well, it's just so far it's just me going that Friday night, and then Liz and I are going to go some other time later on. Melissa Isom, I'd love to hear your stories of going to Disneyland during Christmas when you were little. I would love to hear that. He was pretty young, born in 56. Okay, well, that's all right. That's all right. Daniela Musbrook, gifted $5. She says, Christmas was flipping through the Sears and JCPenney toy catalog and circling my wish list. Guys, if you're not, okay, be subscribed to Royal Dorks by the time that video comes out, because I've got a lot of things brewing in my mind about the Sears catalog. We're going to be getting into that. I've been directed at some archived catalogs, and I'm going to blow my own mind, at least, making that video. What is Sears? Well, Lucas, as it turns out, I might be doing a video on that as well. But let's just say, Lucas, that Sears was pretty much Amazon in its day. It was the Amazon of the 30s and 40s. Yeah, and Montgomery Ward's, JCPenney, yeah. Okay, so Tony White, also in the 60s and 70s, right before Christmas, was a great time to go to Disneyland. That's okay. Tell me stories about that. Tony, if you can articulate some memories of those days, can you email me also? Because it's the opposite of how things are today at Disneyland, where it's the busiest time of the year now, Christmas at Disneyland. But back then, I agree. If you were to look at the photos, some of the vintage photos from Christmas time during the 50s and the 60s, park was empty. Park was barren during the holidays, which is just, I can't even get my head around that. Rachel Sykes, you could buy a house kit home on Sears and build a house, a real full-size house to live in. Yes, that was one of the first things they started selling. Sears started out as a guy, he made watches, and then he started selling, like a sewing machine. I forget the brand. What's the Sears brand for sewing machines? It became a whole line. But then one of the earliest things that they started selling were house kits. You could buy a prefab house and build it yourself. I don't think it was Singer, no. No, it wasn't. Kenmore. Kirkland Laramie is Costco. Singer is its own brand. They were their own brand. But they did sewing machines, but they were their own brand. But I want to get sidetracked. That's a whole nother thing. I want to talk about Christmas at Disneyland. Eric A. gifted $5. Thank you very much, Eric. Appreciate that. Bring me back something French. I almost didn't get that in time. Does this thing get good gas mileage? Gee, I don't know, kid. Beat it. It is not too early for Christmas. The day after Halloween is the day Christmas season starts. Hit the road. Okay, so okay, are we doing Home Alone quotes or what are we doing? I don't think they're going to be doing any Candylands this year, Sammyland. I'm sorry to say. Somebody's calling me on the hotline. They're trying to make sure I voted. Dear Google, yes, I voted. I hope you guys did too. I hope everybody voted, left or right. Okay, yes, the day after Halloween, Laramie, is the day that the Home Alone... Actually, there is no off-season for Home Alone quotes. Never mind. What am I saying? Yeah, so again, send me an email. Tell me here, and then or send me an email. Let me know your memories. They don't have to be old memories, but I would like to know old, some of the historical stuff. But I just want to hear some of the things that you love about Christmas at Disneyland. I tell you the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I feel like a new man a little bit. I feel like I've got revitalized a little bit when I went to downtown Disney on Saturday, and I got to feel some of that Disney magic again. Even though I had to conjure it in my brain, I had to force myself to do it, kind of like aversion therapy, but different. Willow, I'm sorry. I get a lot of emails, so sometimes I don't get them all. Was it about this? What was it about, Willow? I get a lot of you guys. I'm sorry. I really am. I ask you to email me, and I don't get to respond to everybody. But I will try to find yours again. Is it from your... Will I be able to find it based on your name, Willow Beam? Oh, well, thank you, Willow. Really, I could have... Normally those are the ones that I respond to. Am I on the right channel? Why do you make me second guess myself? I think I am. Am I on Presents? Well, anyway, thank you, Willow. I appreciate that. I mean, you guys, that's kind of what I was getting into. When I went to downtown Disney, I mean, just from the beginning of the day, people were just so nice to me. They're so nice to me. And hey, cast members, fans, and it means a lot because there are times when I just feel like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Park's not open. What am I doing? But I can't stop, and I don't want to stop. But it makes me happy that you guys are still there with me. You know, trying to keep things alive as much as we can. And I had a really bad week. I had a really bad week last week, man. Because some of that news that came through it wasn't good news. It's been hard, man. It's been hard. It's been hard. So it was like, I feel like a new man now, having been to the park or to downtown Disney and seeing the decorations and just kind of feeling that feeling a little bit. You kind of feel like it's close. I mean, not close to the park opening, but just, I don't know, just feeling it. And so I appreciate you guys, you know, all the things you said to me. I met a bunch of people on Saturday, cast members and you know, regular fans alike. And it was really good. It was really good. It was one of my better visits that I've had for a while. Okay, so I'm gonna see if there's anybody who had any more. Natalie Newbill, I can't be happy anymore. I'm just so upset that they are likely going to cancel our annual passes. Just waiting for the official announcement. I'll say this, Natalie, that video we did about, you know, Disney possibly suspending APs, I haven't heard, but I mean, I'm not even certain that email even happened now, because so many people said that they never got one. I never got one. But the two sources that I got it from were pretty reliable, so I assume that it was the case. Because I hardly ever get those emails, so it didn't surprise me that I didn't get it. So there's still hope. See, here's the thing. Disney loves APs. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody tell you that Disney doesn't love APs. They do. From a treehouse. I can't. Yeah, APs are the cornerstone of Disney's revenue stream for the parks. Disney doesn't call you pass holes. Cast members call you pass holes. But that doesn't mean they're all pass holes. Pass holes are just a subset of annual pass holders. Being an annual pass holder does not make you a pass hole. Being a pass hole makes you a pass hole. That applies to lots of things, not just annual pass holders, you guys. That applies to a lot of things, a lot of, you know, demographics, as it were, whatever your thing is. You know, being a Star Wars fan does not make you a Star Wars nerd. Star Wars nerds are Star Wars fans, but you get my point. Being a thing doesn't make you a thing. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I say this because I'm not a pass holder. I'm an annual pass holder, and I think that I'm quite nice and nice to cast members, and I don't ever expect anything. And I'm grateful for everything that I get as an annual pass holder, and I am very appreciative of it being. And I don't feel like I'm entitled to any damn thing. So there, I exist, and therefore others must too. Right, just don't act entitled. That's it. I mean, but you know what the thing is? That's what I'm getting at, Kirsten, is that it's entitled people that act entitled. It's an entitled person who also happens to have an annual pass is the problem, not the fact that they own the pass. Jerks are going to be jerks. Doesn't matter what, you know. It doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what politics you practice. Jerks are going to be jerks. Natalie Newbill, I agree, David, but they canceled APs in Tokyo because they couldn't accommodate all the APs in the reservation period once they happened. Well, yeah, that's the thing. But what happens in Tokyo doesn't mean it's going to happen here. Lots of things happen in Tokyo that don't happen here. Lots of things. I know lots of jerks who aren't annual pass holders. Let me introduce you to a few, Rayanne. I can show you evidence of people being jerks and not having a pass. Anyway, I don't know why we got on a tangent, but that's okay. Guys, let's talk about Christmas at Disneyland. Talk to me. I want to hear your stories, things that make you happy about Disneyland, Christmas time. You name it. You tell me what you feel like. What, you know, if it's old history or new history. Nathan M6911 gets the $10. Wild idea, he says. This won't happen, but I can dream. When Buena Vista Street opens, they allow people to ride Soarin' because it is just a motion-based movie theater, maybe for a taste of Soarin'. Well, I think that all those things get classified as a thing. It's a thing or it's not a thing. And I think that Soarin', like the rest, is a thing. Whatever that classification is, there is one. It's that, you know, I don't think that's going to happen. Willow beams. I was going to say Willow. I thought we had this conversation. Oh my God! Hey, where did you guys meet Santa? Do you guys remember the Jingle Jangle Jamboree? That's one of the great disappointments in my, you know, Disney life. One of the things that I wish didn't have to go to make Galaxy's Edge, and that's the what do we call it? The why did I? Oh my God! I'm forgetting Disney. What is the name of that place where they had the Jingle Jangle Jamboree? The Big Thunder Ranch. Thank you very much. God, how did I forget this? Big Thunder Ranch, the Jingle Jangle Jamboree. Man, they held some great events back there. There was the Easter party, Christmas, obviously. Remember limited time magic when you can meet those characters back there? Well, Big Thunder Ranch the barbecue was separate from this area that I'm talking about. The goats. Man, yeah, Halloween. They did some great Halloween. Oh my God, the Halloween events. When you went in and they had those short little, like, I don't know what you'd call it. They were tents. You'd go inside the tent and they would conjure a villain, and the villain would come out from backstage or something like that after a little, you know, pre-show or whatever. And there was Evil Queen and Maleficent and another one that I can't remember. But man, those were great. But anyway, the Jingle Jangle Jamboree was terrific. That was a really terrific thing, and I really so miss that stuff. I just wish they could think small again. You know, it's kind of what I was getting at in that video we did last week about, you know, live entertainment, is that they're getting away from doing things small. They don't know how to do things small anymore. They just know how to do, it's a whole big event or it's nothing. What happened to the small? What happened? I do have footage of Jingle Jangle Jamboree. Yes, I'm gonna be working on a video about, you know, Disneyland, you know, Christmas at Disneyland. And certainly I'll try to put the Jingle Jangle Jamboree stuff in there. You could make your own cookies. You could color. You could. There was a show. Billy Hill did a show that was fantastic. It was a little play. Oh my God, the play that they did for Jingle Jamboree. So good. It was so good. And that's just what I want. I just want Disney to remember how much they used to love us, you know? That's all I ask, is just remember that sometimes. And I know it costs money, but so what? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that it costs too much money. I really don't. So what? Walt would have spent the money. Walt went broke trying to build Disneyland multiple times. I don't want to hear it. You'll make the money in the end. In the long run, you'll make the money. Think about us first. That's why you got us here. That's how you got us here, was by thinking of us first and not the bottom line. He did. Walt loved spending money. That's a true statement. I know you were trying to do the Walt Love Trades bit, I think. But he did love spending money. He really did. And I know it's a lost cause, I guess. I mean, well, maybe not. I don't know. I just, You know, they got to de-Grinch, de-Scrooge the Disney offices sometimes. Like, just I don't know how you do it, but I don't know. I just want to feel that feeling again of them thinking about us first and not worrying about how much it costs. Okay. Disney Girl 50, I'm just going to miss the Christmas atmosphere and the tree and the decorations. The Christmas is going to be hard this year, yeah. But you know, there's more to life than Disneyland. I mean, we could do other things. Liz and I, very soon, we're going to be going to Irvine Park. They have a whole Christmas train. That's going to be great. We're going to be putting that up on Royal Dorks too. Tracy Saville says they proved that they don't when they blew the Harry Potter deal. Well, I don't know if you could say that they blew it. I guess they could, because they had an opportunity to get Harry Potter. It was there, but I think she wanted a little bit greater percentage of the merchandise, and Disney didn't want to give up a percentage of the merchandise, and that was pretty much it. That was the whole thing. Did I miss Missy? Yeah, they did increase the price of masks. Yes, they did, because they're selling them like crazy, I think. And that's why. It is frustrating. I mean, I get it. They're a for-profit business. It's not a charity. But still, it doesn't have to happen all the time. Just some of the time. Just a little bit of the time. Show me something. Show me that you love me. Prove it. I'm a prove it kind of guy. Actions, not words. I've always been that way. I've always been that way with, you know, anybody in my life. Show me, don't tell me. Anyway, if you're new to the show this afternoon, we're talking about Christmas, the history of Christmas at Disneyland, your favorite memories of the holidays at Disneyland, be those young or old. You know, things that stuck out in your memory. What are your favorite memories of Christmas at Disneyland? Davin Patterson loves the scenes in the shop windows. Yeah, definitely. Aaron Chavez, I kind of get it because of how much money they're losing. If something is profiting, raise the prices. I do get it. Yeah, and there's profit to be made there. You know, I would give them a pass for a lot of things in this time. I really would. I mean, what are you going to do? They owe a lot of money. Carolers in the Market House. So you guys remember the carolers at Grand Californian, the carolers at DCA, the bell ringers. Those guys were great. They got rid of the bell ringers. Add that to the list of live entertainment that they cut before, which was a point I was trying to make in the video that some people didn't get. About live entertainment. They've been cutting live entertainment at Disneyland for years, well before COVID was ever a thing, and it hasn't stopped. So this idea that it's all because of COVID is not true. The bell ringers are gone. The Hook and Ladder Company is gone. Jedi Training Academy is gone. Jingle Cruise, gone. Christmas music on Main Street. Yeah, that is a thing. I've got video, just hearing that, oh my God, you guys, I've got so much archive footage. I have 5 external hard drives full of footage. And every now and then I'll play something and I'll just hear a thing and it just triggers me. And I was looking at some Christmas, I wanted to find some nighttime footage on Main Street, and one of them was Christmas from last year. And just hearing that Christmas music, the loop that they play on Christmas on Main Street. A beautiful thing. Miniature Missy agrees with me. She says preach. It's definitely worse, but this is not a new thing. They've been cutting, wait, I want to make sure I quote it right. They've been cutting entertainment for a while. For a while. So much so that there was, it had been a thing. It was a thing. People were talking about it before COVID. They were blaming Shanghai because they had to, whatever. The The newsboys at DCA, gone. No reason given for the newsboys. No reason was given. We got a final again from Nathan M6911 who says, all I will say is that I missed the Jingle Cruise. It was so good. It was so magical at night with the lights and surrounded by trees. They got better at the Jingle Cruise every year. The first year was kind of meh, but the years after that were great. And then for no reason, we still don't know why they got rid of the Jingle Cruise. They won't tell us. Nobody says anything. Yeah, Mad Tea Party. They never replaced the last thing that they did was the Frozen Snowfest, which was not good. And they never replaced that either. Now, I get that, at least I think I could, because it was an eyesore on the back lot when it wasn't happening. That stage thing, ugly as hell. I hated going back there. But we thought that was because they were going to do something else. But if you're not going to do anything else, just, oh, man. So please don't, you know what? I mean, just don't tell me that this is all COVID, because it's not. It's not. It's just look at the history. Just look at the history. It's not just COVID. Dollars to Donuts, half that stuff that they canceled at Walt Disney World will never come back. I'm calling it. I'm calling it on whatever, November 2nd, 2020. Half the stuff at Walt Disney World that was cut will not come back at all. Maybe more. Well, I don't think the Dapper Dans are next because I don't think they're union. It's just union stuff. And that's really, that is a lot of this is union. So I think the Dapper Dans are treated differently. But then again, I don't think the Hook and Ladder Company was union either, for that matter. Oh, the Dapper Dans are back at Walt Disney World? That's good. That's good to hear. I'm happy to hear that. I don't know about the bootstrappers. I don't know. Mickey, did I miss you? I'm sorry. Let me go see if I can find it. Was it a super chat? There it is. Mickey Kiger gifted $5. Mine was my first Christmas time at Disney watching the castle fireworks, and it started to snow. Disney snow on Main Street. Snope is what you're talking about. And yes, I cried. On the inside a lot, on the outside just a tiny bit, but I cried opening night of the holiday season last winter. Seeing the fireworks go off and then the snow falling after the fireworks. It's pretty great. And then they did a snow thing at Rivers of America. You might remember that. It wasn't like a whole show. It was just a little bit of thing that they did when it would just come down. They play a little music and then it would go off. That memory that I have. I was there that night with Adam the Woo, and that memory of that event last year is one of my favorite things. Just watching people be, I don't know, mesmerized by the whole event. It was a very Disney thing to do. It's a very Disney thing. Rosin says, it's funny because Christmas season is one of the most beautiful times of the year for Disney, but by the end of it, we're all just over it. Well, yeah, because there's a hangover. You know, December 26th, there's a hangover. I would like to see them cancel or end the holiday season much sooner than they do. I would like to see them end it, you know, before the new year, to be honest. Or maybe at New Year, I don't know. New Year seems like the last, that's like it. That's it. There's really, I can't take any more after New Year. I really can't. Miniature Missy. I love picking up an abuelita from Jolly Holiday and walking up and down Main Street. I could do Main Street laps, Michelle, with you all night. You and me. Let's do that. You know, let's do that one of these days. I got to turn off my phone. Well, Brian Pinsky doesn't agree. He says, Christmas is my favorite time of year, and a few days after New Year's is a sad... Oh, I thought I turned you off. Calm down. Okay. After New Year's is a sad goodbye until next year for me. A way to kind of decompress. Well, but after New Year's, though, right? I mean, after New Year's, then it's... I just don't even see the point. And I'm getting called on the hotline. Oh. Wait, is that a true story? I need to know more about that. Person who texted me, whom I can't say, but person who texted me. I want to hear more of that story. Is that a real thing? Okay. All right. Where was I? Kirsten Livermore, did you ever attend a 24-hour day? Yes, I did. God, was it 2 or 3? I did the very first one when they brought him back. And then I did the one the next year. I don't remember. Yeah, I've done 3. That's right, I've done 3. The last one was for the 60th, but I never got into Disneyland. It was too crowded, and they wouldn't let us in, so I just went home at like 3 in the morning or something. And then they haven't done it since then because it was just way too popular, way too crowded. And people were angry. People were angry because they couldn't get into Disneyland for hours. For hours. Do you guys remember this? The 65th? Because they tried it, so dumb. They tried to debut the 65th shows, Paint the Night and the fireworks on the same night as the 24-hour event, which was ludicrous. Ludicrous in my mind. What in the world are you thinking? And so we got to Disneyland at 5 p.m. I want to say, because I had to work. We got to Disneyland at 5 p.m. that night, and they never opened Disneyland. It was full until the next morning, until like 3 or 4 in the morning the next day. Oh dear. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Can I share these? Wait, don't answer me here. I'm gonna type it like a real person, and then you just tell me here. Alrighty. Ah! I'm very sorry, this is taking forever because I don't know how to type. Okay. Where was I? Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, I gotta catch up again. Where are we at? 40 minutes? Okay, good. Yeah, and it was a Memorial Day weekend, Lena says. Brian Pinsky says I got stuck in DCA that night, and they would not let us exit the park because they didn't want to. They didn't want people to start lining up in the Esplanade. Yes, I remember that as well. We pretty much. I got stuck in DCA too. We spent like 2 hours at Flo's V8 Cafe, just sitting there, doing nothing, waiting. We were just all watching our phones to see if they would start letting people into Disneyland, and it never happened. So we just went home. We got a $20 gift from Nathan, M6911. I host Christmas at my house, but family doesn't come over until noon. So wife and I go to Disneyland for the morning, for Christmas morning, ride a Main Street vehicle, get hot cocoa, treats, and a last minute gift. Energy on Main Street morning is amazing. That's perfect. That is perfect. You know, it's funny. The reason why I'm getting, because for the first, I've always felt like my mother's son. A kid pretending to be an adult. And this year, we're hosting, because every year since I was a little boy, every year, I went to my mom's house 6 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning for Christmas morning, and I've been doing that for 49 years. Every single morning, every single Christmas morning, that's where we would spend Christmas morning. Opening presents, having Christmas breakfast. I'd make the bacon. And this year, I'm hosting it at our house this year instead of my mom's house. She's gotten too old, and you know, I've got the next biggest place to do it. And I really felt like, I don't want to say I feel old, but I feel like an adult, the most adult I've ever felt, because I'm going to be hosting Christmas morning. We're going to have a tree and presents and everything here for everybody else. And just thinking of that, thinking of being able to do something like that, go to the park and spend a couple hours at Disneyland before, that just sounds freaking perfect, man. God, I just want that back so much. It's a pretty big deal, the Christmas morning at the Erickson house. You know, 20 people come. Me and my brother, all the families, you know, the kids, all of his kids, my mom's stepkids. It's a tradition. It's a 50-year-old tradition. Anyway, just not being able to, just knowing that we can't do that this year, there's got to be some way, man. I mean, that's why I want a tree at DCA so bad. That's why I want a tree at DCA, because I just can't think of a better way. What else? There's got to be some way. Miniature Missy, working Christmas Day there for the past 2 years was honestly so special to me, especially since the stuff hit the fan with my own family. Really relishing the fact to partake in others' tradition. Dude, that is the best thing about Disneyland, and even more so during the holiday season, is being able to observe other people and how much magic and how much they're feeling, the emotions that come out from other people. I love that. You're so lucky, Michelle. You're so lucky. Ross rides Disney. I would love it if Disney said opening December 25th. Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, Michelle, yeah, for sure. Liz Hanbury. It doesn't sound like a compliment, but I'll take your word for it. All right, where was I? I'm trying to find see if I missed anything. All right. I mean, I can see why they wouldn't want to put up a tree, but honestly, just make a queue. They've got a queue for everything. They've got a queue to get into stores. They've got a queue to get into restaurants. They can make a queue for the tree. Make a queue for the tree. Why can't they do that? And then just rope it off. Like, don't let people into the area around the tree. Rope it off and just make a queue, man. Put the tree up. Just put the tree up. Come on. Hey. Well, no, we can't. You know what? I may have to. You can kind of sort of see backstage from Disney Drive or Disney Avenue or Disney whatever, Disney Way, I think. I might have to make a trip over there. See if we can, because I don't know where they keep, you can see the Disneyland tree, but I don't think you can see, or I should say in the past, you could see the Disneyland tree backstage, but I don't remember where they keep the DCA tree. Regina Layton, will they play Christmas music in this one? I don't know. I think they do, don't they? Or is that just Main Street? It might be a different loop. Norland LeBear says Walt Disney World has its tree up, so that's a good sign. I like that. Disney Adventure Blogs gifted $5. Hey David, did you hear starting tomorrow, Disney Hollywood Studios in Florida are now doing reservations from the hotels' homes instead of going in the parks? What is that? I'm not sure what that means. Reservations for what? Andrew Nichols, did you see the ruling in the Newsom case? That's over already? What was the ruling? Oh yeah, that I heard. You know, okay. Newsom lost, okay. Really? I got to do some research on that. So what's the award? What do they get for that? So he did that, so now what? Right, it was just about voting. Yeah, because he wanted to do a vote from, yeah, I remember that. It wasn't a broad thing, but they could probably use that as precedent in another case, perhaps. So it doesn't do anything for Disney yet, but maybe they can undo. Yeah, they have to do another court case, I think. Cliff notes for those who are listening and don't understand what I'm talking about. Newsom in the state of California, Newsom was sued, saying that he exceeded his powers in doing an executive order to, I think, to expand vote by mail. I think if I remember correctly, and while it was just about the voting thing, they're saying that the same executive powers were used to keep Disneyland closed and to overreach his ability to control things, to issue executive orders. He's not supposed to be able to do that. And the the colored tier system and Disneyland closure by extension are executive orders. So that they may be able to use that as precedent to stop the executive or undo the executive order. I might have to do a video on that, I think. At present, it does not stop the current closures and lockdowns. Not Rick Verb gets the $2. He says, Cord, do you want to take over? That's a good point, Cord. Thank you. Okay. It is a stretch. Yeah, it is a stretch. Laramie. Thank you very much to Disney Adventure Vlogs for the $2. He was talking about Rise of the Resistance. They're allowing you to book a pass for Rise of the Resistance from the hotels now. You don't have to be in the park. Veronica Castillo, it looks like the Christmas tree is in the spot where the Headless Horseman statue is, behind the wall. Yes, that's always been the case. The Christmas tree and the Headless Horseman statue have always been in the same spot. Okay, just trying to catch up on some comments here. David, what was your favorite Sean Connery role? Goldfinger, probably. I know there's one that I'm forgetting, a non-Bond movie that I'm forgetting. But Goldfinger is my favorite Bond role. He was amazing in that. Yeah, Indiana. Yeah. I mean, I love him in Indiana Jones, but I wouldn't call it a favorite. Darby and the Little People. Yeah, he's pretty great in that, for sure. Connery and the Rock. I mean, I enjoyed that movie also, but I don't know if I'd call it a favorite. Highlander. I mean, Highlander is an amazing movie. I don't know if he was particularly awesome in that one. Untouchables. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. Let my weapons be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the skies. Very nice, Laramie. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is what killed his career. He stopped working after that movie. He said, I'm out. Entrapment, go home and sleep well. I don't know. All right, where are we at? 7 minutes to go, guys. Evan is sporting an aging Sean Connery ponytail thanks to COVID. Nice. Oh, Time Bandits. Yeah, I love Time Bandits. Justin Wyatt says they might keep DCH Tree on the harbor side behind Mission Breakout. That makes sense. Or behind Emotional Whirlwind. Those are where the two biggest gates to bring it through to Buena Vista Street. You're the man now, dog. What was that? Higher Learning? Was that Higher Learning? You're the man. That was such a ridiculous line. I heard that line, you're the man now, dog, so many times because I worked at a Blockbuster when that movie was coming out on video, and it was played on a loop on the TVs inside the Blockbuster that I worked at. Finding Forrester, there it is. Not Higher Learning. Finding Forrester. Yeah. Would you like to see Disney replace Goofy's Sky School with a new ride in DCA? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I like Goofy Sky School, but I don't like unthemed attractions, and it's not themed. NorCal guy, give me a big David respect shout out. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. First, man, you guys are coming up with a lot of Sean Connery movies. Oh yeah, I think my favorite, Mickey's got it. My favorite Sean Connery, non-Bond Sean Connery, is when he played Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live. That's my favorite. When only a few of us are left, we will feel an irresistible pull towards a faraway land to fight for the prize. How's it go? My name's Connor McLeod from the Clan McLeod, and I am immortal. Fuck! I almost read that. I did, I guess. That's so great. There goes the PG rating. Oh well. I'm a salty dog, what can I say? Well, we got a couple minutes left, guys. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes. But still, yes, the Sean Connery performance on, I know it's not, on Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live is legend. The Burt Reynolds one is great, obviously. Also. Why no Christmas trees in the Esplanade? I don't know. They never have. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he was in that Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie for like a minute. The first food item I'm going to get probably, well, I have to have lunch. So the first food I'm going to get is smoke jumpers, and then I'll get a churro. James Bond. James Bond. Thank you very much to Martin Oliveira for the $2. Potent Potables. And Evan Layton has 20 bucks for us. Thank you very much, Evan. Drive by. Got to get back to work. Have a great afternoon, evening. Love to see you here, Evan. Enjoy your afternoon. You got a little bit of time left. Do you work? You work like all the time though, right, Evan? You don't just, do you stop coding at 5? Yeah, I think we're okay, yeah, me too, Evan, me too. Sometimes I come back at like 8:30 after dinner and I've hung out with the wife for a bit and the kid and baby's asleep. Sometimes I'll come back to work at 8:30. Or I should say I often do. Let's be real. But anyway, good day, Evan, love you. Deanna Bowers gifted $5. I love your video today I needed that very much. Yeah, I was gonna say that I bet a lot of people also could use that. We were there last year at this time for our 45th wedding. Oh, wow, 45 years, Deanna. That's fantastic. What did I think of? Okay, I haven't gotten to this anywhere, not on social media or anything. David, what did you think of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1? I thought it was okay. The writing was very cringe at times. There was some very cringy writing in that episode. Some of the dialogue written was just not even like, I don't know. They talk like I don't know how to put this. The dialogue that they spoke is the kind of dialogue you write, but you don't say it that way. If that makes any sense. Well, this, again, I'm just talking about the dialogue. I'm not talking about the story or anything like that. The action was pretty good. And I did notice, obviously, Boba Fett there at the end. Laramie. The dialogue is unnatural. Exactly. That's what Natalie Newbill said. Some of the dialogue was unnatural. People don't talk like that, even in Star Wars. So that was one. And I'm sorry, but it did kind of stick out. It distracted me from the rest of the story. Hey man, there's no spoiler alerts for Mandalorian. It's been a week, right? It's been a week. Has it only been 3 days? Well, anyway, dude, everybody watches it the first day. Laramie, I'll text you one. I have to go back and find it, but it was the opening dialogue between Timothy Oliphant and Mondo when they met in the bar. I really loved the concept and the idea of it being like a very Old West, you know, the stranger from out of town strolls into a bar and the sheriff has his, you know, authority challenge kind of thing. I thought that was great. I liked the call to that, but I just, like I said, the dialogue just really forced and unnatural. But it was that opening, that original exchange, and there was a couple more after that too. I want to know how you survived being eaten by a sarlacc. He wasn't eaten. He climbed out before he was eaten. That's my guess. I think it must have been a long weekend. It was, yeah. It feels like a week. I don't know. Laramie, I'm sorry, buddy, but I gotta disagree with you. No, I'm telling you, no, he's alive. Boba Fett is alive. No doubt about it. Yeah, that is Beskar. That's strong armor. Now, what happened to it though? The reason I don't know how Timothy Oliphant was able to get it. Like maybe he was able to get out. Maybe he shed the armor or something like that, and then the Sarlacc passed it. There was a suggestion that a crate dragon ate the Sarlacc, because they do eat Sarlaccs. We found that out. Yeah, okay, that is kind of where they're going with that, I guess, right? That because that's how you get a dead Sarlacc, is because a crate ate it. The crate dragon, right? Yeah, Natalie Newbill. This is not news. Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc is not a new development. There are whole books written about Boba Fett that occurred after that event. Now, Disney has, I don't know, right? They're having the new canon, because Disney disavowed a lot of that stuff, right? When they bought, it wasn't Beskar? No-ish. Right, I'm getting at that. But still, I mean, it's not like Disney has co-opted stories into their canon that weren't, or that they've come from non-canon books, i.e., what's his name? Thrawn. They incorporated Thrawn into their new canon. Do you think the Mandalorian is really supposed to be related to I don't think anybody's saying he's related, are they? Is anybody saying that? Laramie, I spoke to Tim Zahn about it. He was not happy. About what? I may have missed your previous comment. Disney Adventure Blogs, get to $5. Thank you very much. He says, my question is for parking. How much do you think parking will be since Disneyland is still closed? There's no way to pay $25 for the whole day. Whatever method they had in there before, whatever parking fees were before, I think that's what they'll do it again today. So you can get the first couple hours, what do you call it, validated if you buy something in downtown Disney, and then after that, it's probably $8 an hour or something like that. Oh, about his books no longer being canon. Yeah, I mean, of course he's going to be upset about it. He put his life into it. His life is in writing those books. I'm not surprised. But like we said, that stuff is still possible to be incorporated into the new canon. They had to do it. They had to do it, I think, because if they want to make their own, their own stories, they have to have a little bit of freedom, I think. Yeah, I don't think that Boba Fett is a Mandalorian, right? Do you think the Emperor cloned Yoda? Is that a thing? Right, but I know he did that. I know he did Snoke. Well, that's the suggestion, but I haven't heard anything about that for Baby Yoda, or for Yoda, I mean. Boba Fett is not a Mandalorian, right? Okay, he's a clone of Jango Fett, but Jango, right, Boba Fett, well, no, Boba Fett is not a clone. Boba Fett is Jango's son, right? Did I misunderstand that episode completely? Did I misunderstand Attack of the Clones completely? I thought Jango was Boba Fett's son. Oh, he's an unaltered clone? I can't, son of a bitch. Boba is a clone. Well, that makes sense. All right. Well, then he can't be a Mando, right? There's no way he can be a Mandalorian if that's the case. He pretended. They don't say that, because I haven't read any of the books since. I've only read the old stuff. I haven't read any of the new stuff, so I don't know if the expanded universe gets into that or not. Where do they talk about that? Does anybody? Because they don't mention that in Attack of the Clones. I have to go soon. Our extra time is up. It is in episode 2? Jesus Christ. I've watched that movie like 10 times, 50 times. How do I'm getting old. Everybody's yelling at me. That cat was Gucci indeed. I gotta go, guys. The set is about to be taken over by my wife. So thank you very much for joining us, for hanging out with us for an hour plus 8 minutes. And thank you for your kindness. Go vote if you haven't. And thank you for your generosity, as always. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Respect.